Recording in progress.
So our first problem there says 7x plus 12x is equal to 152. There's no parentheses. However, there are like terms on the same side of the equal sign. And so we are going to combine those.
Sorry for the interruption, but on behalf of the counseling team, we wanted to announce the winners for the Red Ribbon door decorating contest. We had I'll start with third place. Third place, we had Miss Brady's binge on movies, not on drugs. Second place, we have Miss Cepeda's, I'm sorry. See yourself on a nightmare. At second place. And first place was Miss Doyle's class with Don't Clown Around with Drugs or You'll Float Too. So third place Miss Brady, place Miss Cepeda, and first place Miss Doyle. We will bring your gifts over to you guys later this afternoon.
Okay, sorry about that. All right. There are not variables on both sides. We are not adding anything or subtracting anything from our variable. And last, we are multiplying our variable by 19. So we're going to divide by 19. And 19 divided by 19 is going to give me 1x is equal to, and 152 divided by 19 is equal to 8. So, and that 1 times x is equal to x, so x is equal to 8. Questions on that one? All right, number 2 is similar. Okay, there are no parentheses, but there are like terms on the same side. Okay, and 3x plus 7x is equal to 10x, and 97 plus 3 is equal to 100. Okay. And note 97 and 3 are also like terms. Numbers are like terms with numbers. Okay, and last. So after that, that's like terms. We don't have variables on both sides. We're not adding anything to our variable. And last, we're multiplying by 10. So we're going to divide by 10. 10 divided by 10 gives us 1x is equal to 10. And 1 times x is just x. All right. Number 3 is a basic 2-step equation. There are no parentheses, no like terms. We don't have variables on both sides. Are we adding or subtracting something to the variable? The variable is the x, and we are subtracting 19. To zero that out, we need to add 19. If we do it to one side, we have to do it to the other, which gives us 22x plus the 19 zeros out is equal to 132. And then last, are we multiplying or dividing our variable by something? We're multiplying by 22. We're going to divide by 22. 22 divided by 22 gives us 1x equal to 5. So x is equal to 5. All right. We're going to skip 4 for right now. 4 and 9 are the hard problems on this. So we're going to go to 5. 5 is like 3. So again, there are no parentheses, no like terms. We don't have variables on both sides. Are we adding or subtracting something to our variable? We're subtracting 11. The opposite of minus 11 is plus 11. So what we do to one side, we do to the other. That's going to give us 7x plus, that zeroes out, is equal to, and that's 98. And last, we are multiplying by 7. We're going to divide by 7. 7 divided by 7 gives us 1x is equal to 14. So x is equal to 14. Sorry about that. Go. Questions? What? 3 was 5. Okay. And again, any notes you have in your folder, you are able to use on your quiz on Fridays. All right, number 6. Okay. There's no parentheses. There's not like terms. However, we do have variables on both sides. X here. And we have an X here. Okay, and so we need to get them both on the same side. Steps on your bright pink sheet say that if you have variables on both sides, move the smaller one. What that does is keeps you from having a negative coefficient in front of your variable. You don't have to do that. You can do it the other way. It's just helpful. So 4 is smaller than 7, so we're going to subtract 4x from both sides. Okay, 4x minus 4x is going to zero out. 12 comes down. 7 minus 4 is 3x, and the negative 15 comes down. Okay, next question does not have anything to do with the smaller value. It says, are we adding or subtracting something to our variable? Back to the x is our variable. We are subtracting 15 from our variable, so we have to move the 15 to the other side, which means we're going to zero it out by adding 15, which is going to give us 3x is equal to 3. And last, we're multiplying by 3. We're going to divide both sides by 3, which is going to give us 1x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1. That's our answer. All right, so number 7, same thing. We don't have parentheses, we don't have like terms. We do, however, have variables on both sides. And so we need to move one. Which one should we move? Which one's smaller, 12 or 5? 5 is smaller, so we're going to subtract the 5x. We have to keep it equal, so we're going to subtract 5x. So 12x minus 5x is 7x. Bring down the minus 9 is equal to 5 minus 5, zeros out, plus 5. We can ignore that 0. Are we adding or subtracting something to our variable? And we are subtracting 9, so we need to add 9. Add 9. It's going to give us 7x plus 0 is equal to 5 plus 9 is 14. And last, we're multiplying our variable by 7. We're going to divide by 7 on both sides, which is going to give us 1x is equal to 2. Therefore, x is equal to 2. We are going to skip down to number 10 because 6, 7, and 10 are similar. Okay, number 10, no parentheses, no like terms. We have variables on both sides. We have a 2x and a 7x. 2 is smaller than 7, so we're going to subtract 2x. 2 minus 2 is going to be 0, which we can ignore. 39 comes down. 7 minus 2 is 5x, and the 4 comes down. Are we adding or subtracting something to our variable? We're adding 4, so we're going to do the opposite, which is subtract 4, which is going to give us 35 is equal to 5x plus 0 that we can ignore. And last, we're multiplying by 5, so we're going to divide both sides by 5, which is going to leave us with x is equal to 7. Questions? All right. Next one we're going to go to is 8. Okay. So there are parentheses, and in this case, we're going to take that number out in front of the parentheses, and we're going to multiply the stuff inside by that number. And it's done. So 7 times x is 7x, and 7 times 9 is 63. 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times -3 is -12. Okay, now it just looks like 6, 7, and 9. We have variables on both sides. 4 is smaller than 7, so we're going to move the 4x. Which is going to give us 3x plus 63 is equal to 0 minus 12. Are we adding or subtracting something to our variable? We're adding 63, so we're going to subtract 63. Which is going to give us 3x is equal to -75. Last, we're multiplying by 3. We're going to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 gives us 1x. -75 divided by 3, negative divided by a positive is a negative, and 75 divided by 3 is 25, which gives us x is equal to -25. It's kind of a toss-up if which one is more difficult, 4 or 9. 9 does all the steps. Make yourself a note, all steps that are on that bright pink sheet. Okay, but we're going to go do 4 first. And 4 is easier because there's just a single number on the one side. The one big thing you have to do on this one is you have to add a 1 in front of your parentheses. Okay, so we're going to multiply everything in the parentheses by the -1. We're not going to forget that that's a -9. So -1 times x is a -1x, and -1 times 9, negative times a negative is positive. 1 times 9 is 9. Everything else comes down. Okay, next thing that happens is you have like terms right next to each other right there. And if they're like terms and they're on the same side, you just combine them. So 8 minus 1 gives us 7x. What's up? On number 3? Is it 6? You're right. I did it in my head. Thank you. Good job. Okay. And then, let's see. If 7x plus 9 is equal to 100, I am adding 9 to my variables, so I'm going to subtract 9. Do to one side, do it to the other. So we end up with 7x plus 0 is equal to 91. And last, we're multiplying by 7. We're going to divide by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1x is equal to, and 91 divided by 7 is 13. So x is equal to 13. All right, last one, number 9. So the first step, are there parentheses? And yes, there's parentheses. So we're going to multiply that -4 by everything in the parentheses, and I'm not going to forget that that's a -2x. So -4 times 7 is -28. A negative times a negative is positive. 4 times 2x is 8x. Okay, x minus 15 can come down. I'm going to stick a 1 in now in front of that x, and I have a 6x. Next step, are there like terms on the same side of the equal sign? And there are. This 6x and this 8x are like terms. Okay, So if you combine those, 6 plus 8 is 14x. You don't do any magical subtract from this and subtract from that. They're on the same side. If you wanted to, you could, I'm going to write this out here. You could rewrite this as 6x plus 8x minus 28 equals 1x minus 15. You could rewrite that. That's a choice. After you've done a couple of these, then you kind of see that the like terms are on the same side. Everything else comes down. Minus 28 is equal to 1x minus 15. Are we adding or subtracting? Oh, sorry. We have variables on both sides. We're going to move the smaller one. One is smaller. So we're going to subtract 1x from both sides. Gives me 13x minus 28 is equal to 0 minus 15. Are we adding or subtracting something to our variable? We're subtracting 28. So we're going to add 28, which gives us 13x plus 0 is equal to 13. And last, we're going to divide both sides by 13. So let me rewrite that. 13x plus 0 equals 13. Divide by 13. We get 1x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1. All right. Questions? Everybody's got complete notes. So the answers are not going to be the same answers on your quiz. You are going to have similar problems asking you to do similar things. If there, as I went through the tests, if there was something that differed a little bit, like maybe there was 2 different variations on problems, the other variation is on this side. If you choose to do these, you can do these. Like if you look at this one, on number 9, you're going to have a negative times a positive. So that's going to work out a little bit different. So I tried to like make sure that everything was represented on the 2 sides. If you're here next month, we will review this side next month. Okay. But this side is the side that we did today. And again, that quiz is every Friday. We have that quiz and you can use any notes that are in your folder. Any questions?